Hey guys, Brian here with Aloe Outdoor. Today I'm in Baxter State Park. Come tag along as I hike into Long Pond and camp out for the night. I brought some great food with me and I'm going to see if I can catch some fish along the way. So that's where I'm going today. That's Baxter Park and you're looking at Mount Katahdin. Its peak touches 1 mile from sea level. The whole area is about 300 square miles, more than 200,000 acres. A former governor, Percival Baxter, former governor of Maine, started purchasing stuff out there. I think he started with the mountain back in 1931, and over the 30-year span, he just kept adding to it, buying piece by piece up until 1961 or 1962 to get the whole purchase of Baxter State Park. But that's where we're going today. It's a lot of fun in there. I've spent a ton of time. I grew up right around here, so spent a ton of time right around the mountain and the southern entrance, but I'm going to the northern entrance today. Gotta make sure we sign in. So I got about 2.5 miles ahead of me down this trail. But here we go. Should be an easy hike. I didn't check elevation, but there's a mountain in the middle of this loop. So we should be avoiding anything too steep. But I guess I'll find out here shortly. So I'm about 20 minutes in, and so far it's been a pretty easy hike. It's been just kind of a gradual up for most of this. Not really too steep, but just a lot of gradual climbing. So hopefully it stays this way, because that's the kind of hiking I like. Flat is really kind of boring. Too much up gets you upset, and going down is really hard on your legs. So gradual up with the occasional little flat spot is pretty nice. So really enjoying it so far. Pretty easy trail. There's quite a few rocks and roots across it. It always looks like I'm going so slow when I go back and look at this footage when I'm editing. But I'm going at a normal pace, but it always looks super slow on camera. Yeah, see some more gradual incline. But yeah, the trail's been pretty much like this the whole way. Should make for a pretty easy hike out with a slight downward slope the whole way back.
I think we made it. I can kind of see a little bit of an opening up there that looks like water. Right over in there. The trail keeps going up this way. So I'm definitely getting pretty close. I don't know if it's how long the outlet trail is to the campsite. But there's definitely water here. So should be getting there any minute. Oh yeah. Right on schedule. Well, this is way more open than I was expecting. I like it. Yeah, definitely plenty of room for people that you want to bring out here. So yeah, I'm gonna get my tent set up, find a place for my hammock, grab a little snack, and I don't know if I'll do some fishing first or gather some firewood, but gonna get set up. Alright, so we're here at Long Pond, and the water is super clear. I can see it's pretty shallow, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna go fishing. Maybe I'll head over there somewhere, because I like something a little deeper. I'm not sure what I'll get for fish being in shallow water. I don't know if you guys can see, but right over there, try to zoom in. I guess I can't. I got a neighbor. He's camping out over there. Not sure if he's gonna be doing any fishing, but it looks like there's a canoe on the side there too. So I'm gonna soak these right here. So I'm gonna steam them in the fire later. Get a couple rocks to hold them in place so they don't float away. Alright, so I got those soaking in the water. I'll probably leave them there probably an hour, but they only need to be about 30 minutes. I had to set you down because I couldn't get it done with one hand. Needed both my hands, but that's part of dinner tonight. There, I think that should be plenty for tonight. So I'm gonna take off all these limbs, start cutting this up. Well, that worked pretty good. It's a new bearded hatchet I bought. I got sick of trimming off the limbs with my saw. That works way better. So I'm not doing anything elaborate this time for starting the fire. I brought a fire starter. It's kind of, I think it's like a piece of particle wood, or a compressed particle soaked in kerosene. But I did forget to bring a lighter, so I'm still going to start it with a flint and steel and get it going. Ah, I broke it. There we go. Pine cones make a really good fire starter. The pitch in there is actually flammable, and it's nice and dry, and a lot of little thin pieces of wood-like material to catch. So I like to use those. Well, I can't seem to get past the weeds, so I'm going to go get my camp shoes on and wade out in the water a little bit, see if I can get further out. So I am getting just past the weeds now, but I think it's just so shallow. I'm not getting deep enough to get anything. Plus, a couple reels, and I'm back in the weeds again, so I'm not getting a whole lot of play out there. So I'm gonna explore around and bring you guys back when I find something better, a better spot. But I'll see you in a bit. So it looks a lot deeper out here. And there's a tiny bit of weeds, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to be able to walk all the way out to where those start, get right over them. I'm not really seeing activity. I don't see any rises, no jumping. I mean, there's supposed to be brook trout in here, but we'll see what we can get.
So I've been at this spot about 45 minutes and haven't gotten a bite. No signs of fish. I've been scanning the water. There's bugs everywhere, and I'm not seeing any jumps, no rises. So I'm thinking they're either just not in this part of the pond right now, or they're not very active. It's also getting a little bit windy, so it's a little more difficult to get my cast out there. So I'm going to call it a day for fishing, and I might try it again in the morning before I head out. But hopefully I get better luck then. I'm gonna get some dinner going. Keeping it simple with some steak, got some corn and potatoes. I forgot to bring tin foil, so hopefully I can roast the potatoes. I was gonna do scallop potatoes in the tin foil, throw them right in the coals. But we're gonna make do. For the steak, I'm actually gonna skewer them onto this and roast them right over the fire. And I'm just gonna use some, I call it pepper supreme, but it's steak seasoning. It's basically a bunch of different peppers ground up. I think there's a brand called steak pepper supreme. So yeah. You basically want it just past where it's burning your hand, and you put your hand in there. Alright, so I retrieved the corn that I was soaking in the pond, and I wanted coals, but this wood's burning up really fast, and it's not really leaving any coals, so I'm just going to hopefully be able to roast them and turn them in those steam right on the fire. Alright, so not only did I forget the tin foil to do my potatoes in, I forgot my potatoes to do my potatoes with. So it's just corn and steak tonight. Still a good meal. Alright, would you look at that? That is perfection right there. It's so juicy, looks perfect. Took about 20 minutes. It's hard cooking over fire with a steak, or with meat anyways. Get too close, it's gonna burn, and a lot of the heat escapes around it. So, but it's gonna be worth every minute I had to wait for this. So I was gonna put butter and salt on the corn, but I really want to try it just like this, see if it's any good without that right over the fire. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna eat it just like that. It's sweet corn, so it's good. So I let this cool down a little bit. Pretty sure I would have burned my mouth on the juices because I could just see them boiling right out of it. But man, this looks so tender. That is good. Really wish I would have remembered the potatoes, but nothing beats fire roasted beef. Got a nice fire going there. I've been back from fishing for about an hour now, and just been kind of relaxing. Read an article in my Scientific American magazine. Pretty sure I'm gonna make some coffee and go fishing for maybe an hour or so before heading back tomorrow. But right now I'm just relaxing by the fire and just taking it all in. There's a loon that's making some noise out there, so it's really, really relaxing. But yeah, probably gonna be set for another hour and a half. I don't know, just kind of winging it, and touch base with you guys in the morning.
Good morning. It was pretty windy last night. A couple small tree branches hit my tent, which kind of jumped me. But yeah, the wind kept waking me up every couple hours. So at first, it was kind of a rough night. But overall, I slept pretty good. I kind of wish I would have gotten up a little earlier. I mean, it's 6:30 now, but the sun came right up over the mountain. So that would have been nice to catch. But so I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee and throw a couple casts out, see if I'm any better of a fisherman this morning than I was last night. And then pack camp up and head back home. So yeah, we'll bring you guys back here in a minute. So I gave it about a half hour this morning, throwing the line out. Didn't get so much as a bite. So between yesterday and today, I tried 3 different spots with nothing. So definitely a loss on my part. But I'm going to go ahead and get camp packed up and hit the trail, get heading back towards the car. Welcome back to the trail. So camp packed up pretty easy. So I'm heading back towards the car. Got a couple miles ahead of me. I did run into a lot more downhill yesterday, so I got a good amount of uphill today. So it'll be about the same time in and out. So I'm gonna get going. Catch you guys in a bit. So I found another feather. If you guys watched my previous videos, you'll remember I found a blue jay feather about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, I think. But I'm not sure where this one goes to, so I'm going to bring it home and try to identify it. So the parking lot was at that campground, so we got about 2.6 miles ahead of us. Okay, so I just got off the trail. Only took me about an hour to get back here to the car. And today, instead of a Gatorade waiting for me, I decided to bring an energy drink. I did that because the last few days I've been chopping wood, so my body was already kind of tired and worn before I started. And I knew I was going to need that extra little kick when I got back here to be able to drive and get home. But once again, I didn't catch any fish. But I swear one of these days I'm going to be pulling them out left and right for you guys. That day just wasn't today or yesterday. But as always, I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.